recess from EPCOT. It is about dinner time, and I thought it would be fun to come by and go to 3 different booths from 3 different countries that I have been to, and share with you a couple of memories of, well, things that I guess were worth remembering. And I know where I'm going, so I'm going to head into World Showcase and get started. So, let's go, Brandon. Our first stop, and kind of just to get it out of the way, is the Belgian Tent. Yeah, this is not a good look. We do have a bit of a competition going on here from Belgium. This is the beer braised beef served with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes. Now, you recall, I have been very much enjoying the beer braised beef over at SeaWorld Craft Beer Festival, so much so that I think I had it 3 times. Will this be a match? Well, I'm gonna find out right now, aren't I? Aren't I? Well, let's find out. Okay, that was not good. Oh, look, there's Harmonious. Anyway, it felt like European tourist restaurant food. Yeah, it was just kind of plain. Yeah, I don't really have anything good to say about it. Yeah, okay. So the braised ribs. Yeah, don't bother. The ones over at SeaWorld, much better. Like multiple levels better. So, all right. Well, it's time to move on. EPCOT Entertainment is back. I will have to come spend the day just checking them all out. I wouldn't really remember from before, but, well, they're back, so it's time. Finally, I forgot to tell you about Belgium, which is understandable because it's really an entirely forgettable country. I know I shouldn't say that, but it is. So I have been through Belgium several times. I do not know how many times because it really wasn't worth counting. The one, though, I remember most is way back, maybe in the 90s, was passing through, and we did stay in Brussels for the night. And I remember, this was like downtown Brussels, how kind of grimy it was. And this was in the 90s, before the craziness of the last few years happened. I mean, it was just like, it wasn't like dirty with litter and stuff. The buildings were just really like, I don't know, grimy. It's kind of weird, especially since it is where the European Commission is based, or where the European bureaucracy is based. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to us. So we didn't stay in the city because there really is nothing to do there. So we drove out to the coast and saw the mermaid statue. I forget what it's called, but I think maybe we just had dinner out there and then head back to our teeny-weeny little European hotel room for the night. We were on our way to Paris the next day. That is when I went to Disneyland Paris for, I guess, the first time. So that is pretty much all I remember from Belgium. A grimy city and a mermaid statue. But you know what? I maybe could go to Bruges. That's in Belgium, right? I don't know. Next is Ireland, and at least they have a proper booth and have had for quite a while. This is the roasted Irish sausage with Colcannon potatoes and onion gravy. The roasted Irish sausage was really good, much better than from Belgium. I would say it is premium hotel level, and that is a good thing, by the way. See, a lot of people don't actually prepare a lot of these things at home, these traditional type dishes, so that's where you would get it. So yeah, that was really good. The gravy was nice and oniony. I did appreciate that. Usually they might tone down those flavors, but no, not this time. So yes, much better than the first thing I got, and the good dish really stood out on its own. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna start walking because to go all the way across World Showcase Lagoon, and unfortunately, the crew helicopters aren't flying across here. Damn it, I keep confusing this for the Gulf of Mexico. Look, everyone, it's Deep Space Nine. Anyway, this is about, well, let me take one step forward, actually. There we go. This right here, in front of this electrical box, slightly off center, is the only correct place to view this show. because this is the only place where you can get a centered view of everything. Everything is symmetrical. Unfortunately, that lamppost is in the way. A few steps back, and well, that is in the way. A few steps forward, and the fence along the water, well, that blocks the view a little bit, but maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, this giant multi-million-dollar show with literally 1 square meter of prime viewing space. You know what? They must have used the same software to design this that messed up the Yeti. That's the only explanation. Ireland is a beautiful place, so when you see the pictures, they are real. The countryside is just gorgeous and quiet and quaint. I hate saying that because, I don't know, it sounds so cliche, but it is a very, very nice place. I don't remember the last time I was there, if it was before or after, but the last big trip that I remember was quite a while ago, and it was with Mommy, actually, and spent some time on the island, and it was part of a tour. I think Grandma was there too. Anyway, we went all around the Ring of Kerry, and we stayed in Dublin, and saw the Liffey River, one of the places where Guinness was originated. Not sure if they still make it there, but that was fun. I remember at one place we got a tasting of Irish whiskey, and oh boy, was that potent. Kind of wasn't ready for that like I am these days, but anyway, beautiful place. I hope to get back eventually, kind of the place where you could spend some time in the country. And you know what, like with English food, I actually like the food there. I don't know, I guess it's my kind of thing. And I suppose sometime we will all be there together. Yeah. If Mummy has her way, yeah, we'll all take another one of these grand expeditions through Ireland. And the ferry rides, yeah, those were fun too. I always liked boats. And it is really, really green. Here we are in Kenya with a very proper booth. Looking forward to something very tasty. From Kenya, this is Kenyan coffee barbecue beef tenderloin with sweet potato and corn medley pap and kachumbari slaw. I hope I said that right. The coffee barbecue beef tenderloin had a great flavor profile, nice combination of tangy and earthy, and the vegetables were really good, and I did enjoy it, although it could have been warmer, I will say. The only thing that threw me off was the cut of beef was tenderloin, really? I don't know, it was not what I expected, and if that is the texture they were going for, then I guess they got it, and in ways that's correct, but if it is kind of what they were going for, that feel, next time I think they should use goat, which in many ways would be more authentic. So yeah, and it would, I don't know, I just think it would be better that way, but the flavors were really good, just warmer and with goat. You should ask Grandma. We do have a number of these carved figurines from our travels. I don't know where they are now, although I think I have a couple of these here, the smaller ones, but she probably has the larger pieces stashed away somewhere super duper secret. It was a very long time ago, but I do remember a lot about our trip to Kenya and the rest of Africa. I remember going to a lodge on the plains where we could see Mount Kilimanjaro, although that might have been in Tanzania, I'm not really sure. But I do 100% very vividly remember being at Treetops Lodge in Kenya. We were there, I don't know, for maybe 2 nights, and it's this whole experience. They take you out in the bush, and there were little blinds that we had to stay behind, and the monkeys would come and take food from you, and the giraffes and the elephants were right there. That's a water buffalo too, I think. But it definitely an experience which I absolutely loved. And, oh, that's right. It was very small back then, and the dinner service, I guess it was like a cruise where everybody ate at the same time. And because there was not room for people to walk around the tables, the waitstaff, the food was put on little trolleys in the center of the table, and they would like run it down to the end, and people would just take what they wanted, and they would run it back. And I thought that was the most amazing thing ever. I wanted one at the house, but of course, well, we had plenty of space and didn't really need it. But yeah, I do remember all of that very, very vividly. And yes, I do mean the Treetops Lodge, where Elizabeth, well, essentially became queen. Well, she wasn't coronated there, but that's where she found out her father had passed away. So, incredibly memorable trip, and, well, very fortunate to have had the opportunity. Normally, I would be getting just water, but from Joffrey's, the official coffee of Walt Disney World, by the way, and now apparently Disneyland, this is a tropical teabreeze. It is iced tea with frozen lemonade and a splash of coconut. Sounded good, so I got one. I thought about staying for EPCOT's real nighttime show, Beacons of Light, the full version. Or does it have another name? There is a longer show that they present, but I do want to get back. I am tired and things to do tomorrow, so we will be back to see her in all her glory once again. It's time to say goodbye to EPCOT and Spaceship Earth. Heading out. I hope you enjoyed our little tour down memory lane of Ireland, Belgium, and Kenya, places I do remember very well, and I really hope we can all visit together sometime, because that would be amazing. And, well, you know what? I thought about getting dessert from somewhere. I don't know. I decided better go back, rest up for, well, a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So I will have to postpone a dessert tour. Probably should do that, but it's okay, because that is why no monorail. It's not going to pass by. Dang. I am thankful for my problems.